but am I ready for it? I don't even remember the combos to my Kevlar and the defusal kit! Gotta do it. You got it! Good day, fans. J. Wellington Romefeller coming to you squeaky clean, but ready to get my hands dirty. The latest in PC Mega Series Counter-Strike has just been released. Is it everything hardcore fans and newcomers want, or will it put a blemish on the hardcore FPS series? Counter-Strike began as a Half-Life mod, but was quickly purchased by Valve. Since the infamous 1.6 update, it has remained in the top most played games on Steam. The series has since spawned 2 incarnations, Condition Zero and Source, which also did quite well in the community. Global Offensive is the latest entry to the series, and it features cranked up graphics, new game modes, and slightly tweaked items and weapons that I'm sure somebody who's played the game for a while can inform you about.
Yeah, the M4's always been pretty bad.
No, idiot, the M4 used to be really good. Now it's just an overpriced poop gun. You obviously didn't play Beta 7.
Now, I know all that information sounds daunting. I mean, people have been playing this game for years, and they've gotten bloody good at it. So, can you safely play this game without worrying about some 1.6 god op-deagling your entire team into submission? Well, yes. Though those players definitely do exist, it's rare to find them on a public server, and Global Offensive even lets you distinguish between casual and competitive gameplay styles. Trust me, I hadn't played Counter-Strike since I first got my hands on a copy 10 years ago. Oh god, has it been that long? And I wasn't even good then. When I suddenly jumped back into it this week, it took a little bit to pick up the systems and game modes and weapon strengths, but now I'm at least in the top half of my team at all times. It only takes about a day to go from complete noob to decent player. Don't expect to know how to get headshots with the AK-47 by using the recoil or anything, but you'll know generally what weapons are good, when to buy defuse kits and body armor, grenades, and stuff like that. So yes, welcome newcomers. But don't expect this to be Call of Duty. There's no drop shots, noob tube, akimbo, kill streaks, care packages, Cobras, SR-71s, prestige rank, Modern Warfare 3. I mean 2 with a skin of 3. None of that. And if you come in spouting about how Counter-Strike ripped off Black Ops, you'd better hope you're behind 7 proxies because there are bad people out there. I kid, of course. Everybody has a good sense of humor about it and is generally pretty friendly. But if I hear you talking about how Valve ripped off Infinity Ward, you'd better be wearing a steel scarf because your jugular is no longer safe from my bear trap-like jaws! Global Offensive isn't just for newbies, though. Players from the older games will appreciate what this one has to offer. I mean, just look at Dust. Everything looks so good with high-resolution texture packs, and the terrorists look great. Oh, and Italy, don't even get me started on Italy. Everything is exactly where you remember it. It just looks better, and the terrorists have better accents and better outfits, and in Office, you could take a look at the Mountain Dew knockoff and all the cool sayings on all the coffee cups, and the buy menu is just so much more functional and user-friendly and pretty. Just look! Oh, it's so good! And for you newbies to the series, you can enjoy all the great benefits Counter-Strike has to offer to you, like murdering chickens, being called a camper, and doing this. And this. Oh, come on! And this. Hacks? Oh, come on! With a ping of 300, he may as well be hacking. Counter-Strike. Shortening your life one stop opping and fight me like a man! At a time. Up until now, we've only discussed the classic game modes of Counter-Strike, defusing the bomb or rescuing the hostages, but Global Offensive isn't just a rehash of all the old games. They actually added in 2 new game modes, Demolition and Arms Race. Demolition is essentially Valve's take on the classic gun game mod for Counter-Strike Source, and Arms Race is an attempt to further distill that into a more action-packed, fast-paced game. Well, let me just show you. In Demolition mode, the buying system has been removed, replaced with a gun upgrade system based on how many people you kill. If you end someone's life, your gun switches to the next in the lineup upon respawn in the next round. To make this less of a murder fest and more of a strategy game, the terrorists can also plant the bomb to win the map, making this essentially classic mode without weapon choices. The weapons also go from good to horrific, to good to spectacular, adding in an interesting level of difficulty to the matches. Arms Race is essentially Demolition on steroids. No more rounds, just quick respawns and your gun switches immediately upon killing someone. Not only is it much faster, it's quite tense, especially towards the end, as the round can only end when someone is killed with all 25 different weapons and gotten a knife kill. This makes the last minute or so of the game hectic, as suddenly someone running at you with a knife is a much bigger threat than somebody with the heavy machine gun. Valve did a great job of updating this game enough to keep hardcore players around while still piquing the interest of newcomers. In fact, one of my favorite things that they did was update all of the character models. So if you play as Terrorist on Italy or Inferno, you'll be somebody with a burlap sack over his head and a nice jacket and a European accent. And if you play on Dust, you'll be a guy that has sunglasses on and a nice sweater and some jeans and a Middle Eastern accent. And that's a great departure from the stereotypical Middle Eastern terrorist we've seen as of late. And if you play on CS Office, you'll be playing as
whiny hipster kids with guns. I bet they got the money for their weapons from their trust funds. Not only are their outfits dangerously in style, their voices are also annoying and ridiculous.
Remember, keep the hostages safe.
They may be my favorite group in the entire game, only because I love to see them die. That's right, go back to the burbs, Tad! So does Global Offensive deserve your hard drive space, money, time, and frustration, but mainly frustration?
Do I need to say it? I just spent 10 minutes talking about how awesome this game is. Of course you should go pick it up. And while you're out, definitely make sure to stock up on extra keyboards and mice and throat lozenges. You're going to need all of them. And if you are going to buy the game, please buy it on PC. I know that some of you don't have gaming rigs and you'd rather buy it on console, but trust me, you're going to be cheating yourself out of a great experience. There's going to be no community-created maps, there's going to be no mods, there's going to be fewer updates, and you're going to have a far smaller community base to play with. Trust me, pick it up on PC, because if you start playing it on console, everybody's going to move on the second that the new Call of Duty game comes out. And even though somebody tends to kill me every time I play the game, P-Rex, I'm coming for you. I'm gonna do something bad to you in real life for that. Even I would rather take that than play with the people on console and have them move away in 2 months. So buy it on PC. Just buy it. PC. This has been Jay Wellington Romefeller bidding you a good evening of good gaming.
If you like this review, consider checking out some of our others and subscribing to our channel. Maybe send this out to your friends, and parents, and foes, strangers.
You won't have to find me. It seems I've already found you.
P-Rex? Is that you? Well, you're just someone from Steam. Why would you go to all this trouble?
Why indeed, Jay. Tell me, did you even suspect who I was?
Why would I... No. No. Bro!